Hello, this is Abdul. Welcome. So, I'm just doing self education on structural mechanics, structural engineering. So, this is a book. It is by Chinese called Bao. I find Chinese engineers very interesting. They actually do incredible stuff. So, just want to read out their books just to enrich myself in structural engineering. I'm an MLP BIM engineer. I'm well versed with MLP and BIM, but I consider a building as a whole system. So I'm trying to equip myself with structural engineering knowledge. You never know. Anyway, this is Structure Mechanics. It is by Bao Shihua and Gong Yao Ching. University of Wuhan University of Technology. I think this is where COVID originated from. Yeah, from the text, this is where COVID originated from. Wuhan Labs. Anyway, not going these things don't concern me. Yeah, don't understand Chinese. This is my first recording of this book. I'm actually planning to record the whole of this book. It's around 649 pages, so I don't know how many days it will take, or weeks, or months, or years, but who knows? I think this will be okay. Now, let me just read through text in terms of national education and for cause structure makers no longer being smooth and springy and China is not to be sort of the language technical actually to include 14 chapters with an introduction, geometrical deterministic structures, structural determinate beams, plane, structural determinate frames, three-hinged arches, plane six determinants and complex structure, general maximum structure determinant structures, influence, lines, principle, virtual work, and displacement of classes, force method, Smith method of successive approximations, matrix displacement method, and generally maximum structural indeterminate structures. All chapters except for chapter 1 are arranged in abstract text summary, problems for reflecting, and problems for solution. Thus has facilitated my effect back as well. We pointed out that the arrangement of the content and the order of chapters for this book is almost the same as the Chinese counterpart, difference 1. Okay, there's another book in Chinese. This is for English, of course. I can't read Chinese, so I have to choose English. You may wonder why, of course. Can you read Chinese? No, I can't. So has to give an alternative usage for Chinese readers and teachers. The book can be not only used as a textbook or reference book for students measuring civil structures, but also employed as specialized English book for engineering application. Wow, interesting. This guy is written a book to teach Chinese engineers English, but without them losing time. Like, you're learning English at the same time learning structural engineering. Interesting. So the preface says background. When time reaches to 21st century, strong pressures developed from many ranks right at its book of structural mechanics in English for Chinese undergraduates majoring in civil engineering specialty. The essence of the book is the balance of passion, the request of Wuhan University Technical Press, the Wuhan University of Technology Press, a press in China. In recent years, the man of teaching technical courses in English or partially in English is strongly promoted by Chinese Ministry of Education. In the circumstances, the course of structural mechanics has been taught in English or partially in English. It's going on department in Showa University since the middle 80s to the last century. Here, taught in English means that English language is employed in all teaching procedures, such as in class, textbooks, and the like. Whereas taught partially in English indicates that only Chinese language is used in class and English language is adopted in other teaching processes such as textbooks, students' homework, and so on. The two teaching ways are strongly dependent on the English level of the teachers. Nowadays, undergraduates learning structural mechanics in civil engineering department of National University were grouped in two classes, an English class and a Chinese class. In the English class, English language is English, the class language is English. That is, the teacher must use English to pre-select, the student must read English textbook and use English to their homework. While in Chinese class, the class language is Chinese. The two teaching ways have been normalized into teaching plan of the National University. The first author of the book, Professor Bao Shihua, has taught structural mechanics partially in English in Tsinghua University since the middle 80s to the last century. Second author is Professor Gang. One of the PhD students of the first author has taught structural mechanics partially in English in Tsinghua University and Henan Fujian University for many years. First part of the book has been used in Airport University apparently. A didactical, I don't know this word, experience provided for the better chance of the book. So I think I can skip. Organization, I don't think this is helpful for me since I'm going to read the whole book from beginning to end. Yeah, this that's the commitment. Then how long that's contract no. I don't know if you still be around by that time. Of course not today, I'm not finishing today. Okay, so let me go to chapter 1. I want to read it in the start to the end. Let's take like a time, okay. So this is the table of contents. Chapter 1. Abstract of the chapter. The chapter will introduce 4 questions such as the objective and learning method of structural mechanics, the analytical models of structures, the classification of framed structures and realities. Among 4 questions, the analytical models are the most significant since they lay the foundation with the other chapters of the book. Let me get some water. Very thirsty. Structures and their classifications. Okay. These pictures. So all buildings suspended structure. All buildings suspended structure. Don't know what you mean. Tall building, I know. I work in high-rise buildings. Suspended, I'm not so sure what you are meaning. Bridge, this one I know, bridge structure. Hydraulic power station, yeah. I'm an engineer, electrical to be specific, but I also do mechanical and farming. Industrial premises, this one I never worked in a factory, so but this structure, say, this chapter. Structures and their classifications in civil engineering projects. The generic term engineering structure, or briefly named structure, is referred to as a frame of skeleton used to carry loads applied on it. Okay. So here they say a structure is referred to as a frame or skeleton if it's a skeleton used to carry applied loads on it, composed of members of building other construction model construction materials, performing features and properties of engineering structures. A tall building, suspended structure, bridge structure, okay. The structure of a hydraulic power station. Figure 1.4. This one is located in industry premises. Speak in detail with the roof panel, roof truss, the beam, the columns, the foundation and their combination, and the combination of one-story workshop with a function of 1.8. 1.18. Where is 1.18? All structures. Where is 1.18? This reality. Academy is. Let's send it. Here the link. Structures can be classified into three categories by their geometric characteristics. What does this mean? If I'm remember, the definition of structure is just a framework of skeleton, which is used to carry implied loads. It consists of constructions made of construction materials. Yeah. So this is a bar, a plate. Okay. A frame structure is composed of members whose cross-sectional dimensions that is B on that edge of a rectangular cross-section. The radius of cross-section is much smaller. I think they are taking off from okay from the structure. is much less than unit are shown in figure 1.5. Okay, so this would be the section is so much less. Okay. So there are some music in the background. My corner keep quiet, I think you can hear something. Yeah. So the most commonly used types of structures in structural engineering are frame structures, which remain the attention should be the main attention. Every focus is on. Okay. Two plate slab and shell of the node structure. Plates. What do we mean by thin wall? When the thickness of the structure is very maximum comparison to its relative dimension, length and width, the structure is referred to as thin walled structure. Oh. The geometrical size of the thin walled structure is that its thickness H is much smaller than its length L and width B. Okay. The plate shown in figure 1.6 is one of the instances of thin walled structures. A combination of finite number of plates would develop a flooded plate shown in figure 1.7. Flooded plate structure. Okay. If a structure has a curved figure 1.7, this shows a building with a structure composed of flooded plates. Flooded. If a structure has a curved middle surface, it's called a shell. What do they mean? Structures a curved middle surface. And figure 1.8. Oh, good. In that context, a plate or slab can be considered a thin walled structure with a plain middle surface. Plain by mean flat. Massive structure. The three dimensions length L, width B, and depth H of a massive structure have the same order of magnitude. Consider, for example, the retaining wall, length 1.9. Oh, so what I'm understanding, what are you describing? So far we have seen three types of structures. The first is the framed structure. The framed structure, the width B and the depth H are very much smaller compared to the length of the overall structure. So that consists the beam or framed structure. Then from that we have plate or a slab or a flooded structure. Here, the depth of the thing is very much smaller compared to the width and the length. So those are like plate slabs and what? Yeah. Then we have massive structures where all the two dimensions are comparable. The author is giving an example of a retaining wall. But now I have a question. When I'm working, we are constructing a building and we have a raft, the raft foundation. The depth is actually 1 meter, but the length and width simply are much They are so big. Okay, I don't think, but they are so big. I think they are like we have like 60 meters here in length and then like around 40 in width. I think that constitutes a slab or something. It's not a massive structure. Yeah, because one. Okay, there's no. The magnitude is just 10. The order of magnitude is just 10. Yeah, that's the class. Anyway, let me go back. Cool. Oh, that's the structure. Three dimensions linked with the length with the B and the H for massive structure of the same order of magnitude. Consider, for example, the retaining wall. Okay, we can see. Okay. No. We're gonna compare to we have this and this and that. Okay. Objective learning method for structure mechanics. Okay. The relationship between structure mechanics and other curricula in structure mechanics. Structure mechanics, the primary focus will be on the analysis of. In this context, you can name the course mechanics, role frame structure. So I'm going to study beams, mechanics of beams. In simple terms, it's mechanics of beams because it's a frame structure as a beam, where the length is much greater compared to the width and the depth. For simplicity, structure mechanics is adaptive. Structure mechanics belongs to one of the technically fundamental courses and plays a very important role in connecting and connecting link between the preceding courses and the following subsequent courses learned by undergraduates, majoring in the specialty department to civil engineering. Structure mechanics is the following course of theoretical mechanics and strength of materials. Okay. The objective of theoretical mechanics is the investigation of essential rules and analysis of mechanical motion, including static state and equilibrium of rigid bodies. The attention paid by strength of materials is the strength, stiffness, and stability of a single member or bar. The attention paid by strength of materials is the strength, stiffness, and stability of a single member. Okay. Strength, stiffness, and stability. While the content treated of structure mechanics are strength, stiffness, and stability of formed structures. These are composed of many members. Okay, therefore, theoretical mechanics and strength of materials provide primary principles and basic method of mechanical analysis and of structure mechanics. Structure mechanics is meanwhile the preceding course of field of analysis, focusing on strength, stiffness, and stability of the plate, steel, and massive structures. Reinforce concrete design, masonry structures, steel structure, and other specialized curricula associated with building construction, structural engineering, highway engineering, bridge engineering, water conservancy engineering, and underground engineering. By this token, structure mechanics will provide basic mechanical knowledge for studying of the subsequent courses and play a very important role in specialized mathematics of engineering. I'm thinking, but I don't think anyone is here by this time. We are 25 minutes in, but if you are, I think that is interesting. I'm thinking maybe I don't have courage to read loud. Yeah. And just be giving sincere and hear what I think of what else I say. But not everything because I know if you are here, then if you are here this long, then definitely you can write. Okay. Objective and learning method of section. Okay, objective. Discuss principles for constructing structures. Rational configurations, structures, and selections of computing models for analyzing structure. Investigate the method of analyzing internal forces and displacement of structures so long as to check their strength. Study structure stability, structure response, and deploy dynamic logic. Induced. The analyzing problems involving structure mechanics can be classified into categories. The first category is statically determinate problems which will be solved by means of equilibrium conditions. The first fundamental condition is the dynamic well. The second category is the statically indeterminate problems which will be configured not only by satisfying one of the three types of fundamental conditions. The three types of fundamental conditions are: 1. Force equilibrium conditions. The entire structure or part of it must be balanced under action of a system of forces. Does it make sense? Action is no. Because the entire structure the entire structure or part of it must be balanced under the action of a system of forces.
It's us against the world. It's up to us to make this work. Simanyi what the future holds.
Compatibility conditions, medical conditions, and displacements. The continuity of a structure must be maintained after the structure has formed.
Nsobola okwebaka kubanga gwe nalota yali ewaka. You are there doing a human form. Okubalirizi, I'm loving you. Kati nsobola okwebaka kubanga gwe nalota yali ewaka eyo.
So, I had a blum for the vantage and coffee all day. It's a bus for generation.
Man, I'm too busy breaking generational curses.
I've been drunk.
Yeah, my lord, I never want to borrow no.
I like that song in the background. So nice.
Necessary na nyonyogera. Namukuna mugama ina love. Nevengo wa muziki wa tavaidan. Let me dance for my God.
Dema.
Dance for the Lord. Sitani wete.
Dema. Dance for the Lord. Sitani wete.
Tuguli awe tukuba amapose. Taratibu usilete force. Muchamu kama mwetulia chikosi. Emiula jitade kukasosi. Kulya kunywa amaanyi galaze buli tunafuya era buli atuyagala wilabuya mukama passion agifudde career ze mwana queen mwendi mweno area party ya mine 9 party ya mukama so party online yina kamwenyu mwenya sicyateganya mukama wakiba mu control kimanya lwenzize bamanya sirina kulanya
Dema. Dance for the Lord.
So they should associate with practice. Doing exercise is a very important approach for learning structure mechanics. We will not predominate the primary concept, principle, and method of structure mechanics without doing some amount of exercise. However, doing exercise should avoid silliness. This is why I went back to read the whole paragraph because of the word silliness. The number one silliness is when we doing exercises without reading and review the book. The number two silliness is doing exercises first and not without understanding them completely. Number three silliness is doing exercises with referring to the answers but not being able to verify exercises by self. Number four silliness is doing exercises without rectifying fault patterns. This is an instructing method. So here they are saying real structures are too complex to perform machine analysis in their real practical states. have to be simplified or idealized by throwing away some important details, learning models prior to computation. An outcome model is a simplified representation of a sketch or an ideal sketch of a real structure for the purpose of analysis. All the analysis of structures is performed in the analytical models. Therefore, the development of an analytical model is the basement of structure analysis. Establishment of an analytical model is one of the most important steps of the analysis process. It requires experience and knowledge of design practices in addition to a thorough understanding of the behavior of structures. Remember that the structural response predicted from analysis of a model is valid only to the extent that the model represents the actual structure. Analytical models should reflect as accurately as practically possible the mean, stress, and strain characteristics of the structure of interest to the analysis. Okay, the analytical model should, how would we call it? I would say the abstraction. Yeah. The abstraction should depict the main stress and strain characteristics of the structure. In order to facilitate the analysis, the analytical model should maintain principal factors and discard much of the detail about the main.
Nzalina permission no digida ever happens embera mu digida misana kiro kuba kubukuta bwemba nawe embera sitya munzikiza I got the keys to the city beautiful girls all looking pretty I got the keys to the city yo money on my mind ever mbela busy yo Zalina katabo Zalina Zalina chidako Zalina Zalina bimalayo Zalina better tell them now we run the system Zalina katabo Zalina Zalina chidako Zalina Zalina bimalayo Zalina you better tell them now we run the system zemuka kubanzeruga kwiranda bakone bachachayika niyenze namugwa omubimbaka chimanyi mundo tande muvugumuka zetonte kamubari zachikuba dali nasomelela kunyomeza chebali inyumisa nkubisa ate siba mudoi stakia mulabe funaso nze kulondi wawo baba tensi matenda malo nze socha naye njo chayo agakatonda yenzani na next Zalina katabo Zalina Zalina chidako Zalina Zalina bimalayo Zalina better tell them now we run the system Zalina katabo Zalina Zalina chidako Zalina Zalina bimalayo Zalina you better tell them now we run the system Zalina wedikini gwalina omubiri sente nazo ninawo mudidi itanze wobango kyamubuliri yegwe pashoni muyembe bulaba togopera tova ku mulembe yegwe wansija ku bendi kyoyina manyaga kwafunya olulenzi walina tatu mugongo ne kutu sikuto kimanyi ngakabakona kanu bali kabadu bwengamba kaledu wekibuuzo era ansera bagamba yu Zalina katabo Zalina Zalina chidako Zalina Zalina bimalayo Zalina better tell them now we run the system Zalina katabo Zalina Zalina chidako Zalina Zalina bimalayo Zalina you better tell them now we run the system bagundi munkwate bulungi munkwate bulungi efa kondiri na mubungi don't be miss up, don't get this up. Then this show I did, don't get this up. The most of me such a man, so miss up. No, he and them bossy, don't you miss up. Nakabamba winning, or you're moving, baby, bad news. I don't do you unless you do me. Oh, Gwange, mamba, baba, when you're mine. You better tell them not to run the system. Ndimu bandimu kambwe, kutugamba sikugambye. Even if it takes some time, ulinsanga unampulira. Nze energy nze power and force. Nzoli muganda w'omuba, nzadikini nzakuma ekikosi.
Yes. Zalina permission no digida ever happens embeera mu digida misana kiro kuba kubukuta bwe mba naawe embeera sijja munzikiza
Just touched down Morocco. Intimate.
Okay, there's some misinformation being shared here. So it's saying the cross-sectional deformation can also be evaluated by the mainstream components of the centroidal axis of the members. In the circumstances, the Nightcore model of a 2 or 3-dimensional structure selected for analysis is represented by line diagram. On this diagram, each member of the structure is represented by a line coinciding with its centroidal axis. Each connection between the members is represented by a kind of a joint. The length of each member is represented by the distance between two joints which the member is attached. The position of the loads acting upon them is also transmitted to their centroidal axis. However, the simplifying approach is only suitable for members whose ratios between their longitudinal and lateral dimensions are greater than 4. So we have two types of joint. We have rigid and hinged or flexible. There's another one, pin. Yes, there's also pin. There's also roller. But here, the Chinese saying that, yeah, I think it's the two main ones are actually flexible. Oh, I think pin is the same as hinged. Yeah, so there are three: pin, hinged, or flexible. That's one. Then rigid, and then roller. So here it's saying a hinged joint prevents relative translations of the member ends connected to it. That is, all member ends connected to this joint have the same translations, but may have different rotations. Translation is like I think turning on its own axis. No, actually, translation is moving from one place to another. Yeah, rotation, just turning on your own axis. Remain the same place, but you turn. Yeah. Joints are usually depicted by small circles at the intersection of members going down.
this town where you never moved a foot, into a place where you're free to run and fly, free to breathe, free to live and free to run. Journey with me to the center of the world and rest. Journey with me, take a risk. Journey with me, journey with me, journey with me, journey with me to the center of the world and rest. Journey with me, take a risk. Journey
So,
with me, journey
for
with
rigid,
me,
region prevents relative translation and rotation of the member ends connected to it. That is, all member ends connected to region have the same translations and rotations. In other words, the original angles between the members intersecting at the original joint and maintaining it as
in
respectively.
this life, trouble comes and trouble goes. Waves of sorrow in the wind that
Action of
blows.
Western in South Africa. There is a various moments.
In the darkness, find the light to guide your way. Hold on tight, the storm will come to pass away. In
So
this
they say
life, trouble comes and
figure
trouble
1.2
goes.
figure 1.12 shows the connection of reinforced
Waves
concrete
of sorrow
side column
in the
and
wind
beam.
that blows.
The relative translation and rotation of the
In
beam,
the darkness,
column and beam
find
are
the light to
restricted to
guide
the
your
arrangement of
way.
reinforcements which are cast
Hold on
into the
tight,
whole
the storm
body
will come to pass away.
by the concrete. So the connection is
Journey
simplified
with
into a
me
rigid
to the
joint. Rigid
center
joints
of
are
the world and
usually
rest.
represented by
Journey with
monofilament
me,
points
take
in
a risk.
structure of the first
Journey
member.
with me, journey with me, journey with me, journey with me to the center of the world and rest.
Fire, baby.
Nze sibamanyi bonna botamanyi njogereye kiki otamanyi nkwagala nnyo n'ebyotamanyi okimanyi gamba nti nkimanyi byoyo yanja kuwa otomaki anti lava evuga automatic switi mbeera nkukyayira ki nga nsanyusani wandikawo tamwana tacawa munne kukyanga ntya wandikawo tamwana tacanga munne kyawa ntya wandikawo tamwana tacawa munne kukyanga ntya wandikawo tamwana tacanga munne omwana tajoga munne
The loads tend to move the structures that supposed to prevent the movements by exerting opposite forces or reactions. It has the effects of loads, thusly keeping the structure in equilibrium. The type of reaction depends on the amount of supporting devices and the type of movement experienced. The support that prevents translation of the structure, the direction without reaction, force in the structure in that direction. Similarly, a support that prevents rotation of the structure, without a reaction, couple, reaction couple of the structure both the axis.
Byoyo yanja kuwa kuchaira chi nansanyusani wandikawo tamwana tachawa mune kuchanganta wandikawo tamwana tachanga mune chawanta wandikawo tamwana tachawa mune kuchanganta wandikawo tamwana tachanga mune omwana tajoga mune omwana tanyeza munewe omwana takoya mune bamukoya omwana naweka mune
There is something about the love. Kutandikwa kwaweti sandala tokekereza. I'm talking about the love. Chera kawera siya bakufuna tebatirira. Your love is amazing. Shower me to the ready with your blessing. Lord, I'm ready. You got the power. Your mercy is overflowing daily. Manyitoriza, orinobuiza, nangenzize, lero today. Tagalane wenina today, lero chirangiride. I'll testify today. There's no tomorrow today. Tagalane wenina today, lero chirangiride. I'll testify today. There's no tomorrow today. Today. No tomorrow today. Today. There's no tomorrow today. Yeah. His love is amazing. That's why I praise him. Never train me. That's why I'm waiting. Today we are winning.
26 mission Ichibogina.
DJ Bombo Crack, man.
Original.
Dummy on the beat, so it's a banger.
Hey, we no compliment man, nobody no care about your bumbo clad plan. Yeah, we loader than the Conga small jam. Yeah, we make a bag of sand, pack up the platform, my youth. Confidential, top delivery, check out the man credential. From the ghetto to the world, we continental. Hello, try this man confidence, then yeah, bitch. Hey, money we a look one rich. As I get to youth can switch. Mama say go make your bed and behave yourself. Don't you entertain all this. Money we a look, behave yourself.
Mission Ichibogina.
Money we a look, behave yourself. Behave yourself. Money we a look, behave yourself.
Bagulina.
Money we a look, behave yourself. Don't you entertain all this.
Laissez-vous porter par votre musique avec Premium. Téléchargez vos titres en haute qualité pour en profiter où que vous soyez, sans pub. Pimentez vos playlists avec les titres recommandés par la lecture aléatoire intelligente ou contrôlez pleinement votre écoute avec la répétition et le zapping illimité. Découvrez votre musique sans limite. Appuyez sur la bannière pour en savoir plus.
Tunes Records, baby. Vinca.
Everything you got is fire.
Can you give me the wings? I want to fly now. Baby, I'm ready to go with you all the way. Since you got to show me love, I am your babe. Let me give you everything, oh my love.
Ngenyonza, unyimbira baby ngenyonza. Kulina seva tandwaza. Everything you got is fire.
Oh God, only you. Oh God, only you. Oh God, give me love. Oh God, oh my God.
Only you. Only you. Only you with me.
Oh my boy. I know you want me. Cause I got the body. I see the way you look at me. On your galantira bagwete wekanya. You say I got the good flat tummy. Me got a good body, got a cute somebody.
My lover, my lover, my lover, tell her my lover, my lover, my lover, my lover, oh tell
I know you want me, cause I got the body. I see the way you look at me. On ya guaranteed I with the wekanya.
Can you give me the wings? I want to fly now. Baby, I'm ready to go with you all the way.
Genyonza, genyonza. Onyindi that baby genyonza. Kulina nyaba tangwaza. Everything you got is fire.
Only you. Only you. Only you with me. Oh, my boy.
Oh God, only you. Oh God, only you. Oh God, give me love. Oh God, oh my God.
Hello, darling.
Mundra, mundra.
I got my hello, darling.
Give it all the sounds of the way
I got my
back.
good.